Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Scott Schilling Speaks. I'm your host, Scott Schilling. Yeah, we're going to have some fun here today because we're prepping for a big event this weekend here in Dallas. And I know it's short notice, but you got to know more about it. We've got the CEO and founder of Rock Your Life, Craig Duswalt.
Where?
Right here. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
So you got a big event this weekend.
I have a big event. So I haven't done an event since October 2019 because my next event, I do them every 6 months, was April 2020. And we all know what happened in March 2020. It's literally over 2 years I haven't done an event. I'm actually nervous. I do so many events, but I haven't spoken on a big stage in over 2 years. I'm freaking out.
I know it's interesting. I was thinking about that too. Honored to be part of the event and looking forward to that.
Yeah.
April of 2020, I did one event and it was like, oh, we're still in front of people. And boom, that was done again. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
So tell everybody, what is the Rock Your Life event all about? Why do they need to be there?
Why do they need to be there? So I've been doing rockstar marketing boot camps for 16 years. I do 2 in Los Angeles every year up until October 2019. We have an average of 500 to 700 entrepreneurs flying from all over the world for this great conference, Rockstar Marketing. But what happened in 2019, October 2019, that was going to be my last Rockstar Marketing boot camp. And it's so weird that it was my last Rockstar Marketing boot camp because of COVID, but I was retiring Rockstar Marketing because I started Rock Your Life, my Rock Your Life brand, and Rock Your Life TV is what I do videos on. And the reason I did that is because I could teach all the marketing in the world, strategies to get people to, grow your database and be visible and get into the media and TV. But I found out that I have 160 people in my mastermind group, and I would teach marketing. But I found out that they didn't believe in themselves. They had no confidence. They weren't sure what to charge for things. They weren't really passionate about what they're doing. So they had a bad mindset. So I decided through numerous reasons why I had to change my brand from Rockstar Marketing to Rock Your Life. One reason was that I can teach you all the marketing, but if you don't believe in yourself and you don't have the passion, then you're not going to be successful in marketing. You got to do that first. So my Rock Your Life event is mindset, marketing, and mastery. It's mindset first, then marketing, and then how do you become a rock star in your business? And the second reason I switched from Rockstar Marketing to Rock Your Life is because I own the trademark to Rock Your Life everything. I could not get the trademark for Rockstar Marketing. And I tried, and I could have tried harder, but it would have cost me like $50,000 minimum to try to get Rockstar Marketing, because there's Rockstar energy drink, Rockstar games, Rockstar videos and all that stuff. And I was getting cease and desists from them. Like, you can't do Rockstar Marketing. I'm like, why? But because we have more money than you. That's why. I said, oh, okay, that's a good reason.
Amazing how that works.
Right, exactly. And we'll just take you to court until you run out of money. So that's when I also said, you know what? Because mindset first and marketing to mastery, it makes sense to do Rock Your Life. And Rock Your Life t-shirts are really cool. Whereas Rockstar Marketing, but Rock Your Life is this thing. And it's this community, it's this message. So my first event, and I just moved to North Dallas, Texas a year ago. And so my first event in Dallas is this weekend. It's Thursday, February 3rd, Friday, February 4th, Saturday, February 5th. It's actually Thursday night from 6:30 to like 9:30. Then Friday all day, 9 to 6. Saturday all day, 9 to 6, February 3, 4, 5. We should have about 150 to 200 people. That it's in a new area. I've got amazing speakers. Scott Schilling is one of the speakers. And I've got like 10 more speakers. It's not a pitch fest. It's just people sharing ideas that can help you in your business to specifically mindset, marketing, and mastery. And there's also a health and wellness thing. I have Dr. Fab Mancini, who is Parker University president. chiropractic school. Yep. He's amazing. He's doing a health and wellness thing as well. So it's going to be a great event, and we'll all keep warm inside the hotel.
Dr. Fab is, I've only known him since 1988 here.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Before he became Dr. Fab.
Isn't that amazing?
And
here's a funny story, Scott. So we're at a networking party about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago, and he's there. And I was invited by Michael Gorton, who runs Teladoc, telemedicine company. And so I meet him, and he had heard that I toured with Guns N' Roses because someone said it. So he goes, all right, this is going to sound weird, but do you know Dr. Steve Thaxton, who was Axl's chiropractor when I was on tour? And I'm like, Steve Thaxton, you know Steve? And he's like, yeah, he's a dear friend of mine from the chiropractic school days. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So we got Steve on the phone with Fab and I, and it was so cool that we have this thing in common. And then he went out on tour with Bon Jovi, Dr. Mancini, with Steve for a little while as well. So we have this background of music, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, that's really cool. No, it's always Fab is obviously an expert at what he does, and he'll be a great adder. You know, I was looking at the lineup, Glenn Morshower. I mean, my God, anybody you would know him through only about 247 movies,
right?
But also, a starring role in the Resident.
And he was Aaron Pierce on the show 24 for years, and he's in the final season of Ozark.
Wow.
Yes. Which is on right now, Netflix.
He and I did an event together in Phoenix just before the pandemic when everything shut down.
Oh, wow.
And the reason I'm sharing that is his presentation is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
I mean, absolutely amazing. He's a must see. Ken Walls, a must see.
Yeah.
It's just, you got a rock star lineup.
This lineup is the most insane lineup I've ever had. Who else is there? I got to go on my website. I have so many people.
Well, Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh.
Yep.
Chaz Wilson. Do you know Chaz Wilson?
Yeah. We've talked. We don't know each other, but
okay. So Master Networks all over the country.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he's like huge, and he lives here in Dallas. I'm like, I didn't realize how many entrepreneur, Scott and I are speakers, and we tour all over the country speaking. And I never realized how many of them that are on our circuit, right, live here in Dallas. I lived in LA for the longest time, and it makes sense because we're like in the middle of the country, but you've been here for a while.
Well, I've been here my entire speaking career, and it was funny because like I said, I did a show earlier today with somebody, and they said, why Dallas? I said, well, if you're a speaker that travels, you're 2 hours and 15 minutes from everything except New York, Boston, Portland, Seattle.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything is 2 hours and 15 minutes away by plane. So it's
at the most.
The most. The only other place that's like that is Chicago, but they have winter there.
Yeah.
So it's like, no.
And they have winter. Like
winter.
We had last year when I first moved here in November, in February, we had that freeze week, but that was an anomaly. That was weird.
We had freeze again and snowmageddon.
Yeah. Right. Snowmageddon. Right. And now this week we're going to have one day, Thursday. It's going to be like Wednesday night to Thursday, mid-afternoon. And then it goes away. But other than that, I mean, today, right, it's beautiful. Yesterday was 70 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
Today's beautiful.
You don't like the weather here. Wait 10 minutes.
Right. So, that's awesome. I like that.
Just really, really excited about your event, and really want to encourage those who, again, it is short notice, but if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area specifically, but the other reason I wanted to do the show just prior to this one is because, like you said, every 6 months there is one. So at the very least, we'll create the long tail strategy on the next one. And get it out here in advance.
And I think I'm going to do one, if LA opens up like Texas is now, which I don't know, but I'm going to try to do one in Los Angeles in end of March, beginning of April, somewhere around there. And then I'll do another one here in Dallas in September. So, or maybe, September. I think I'll do September. Yeah.
Well, I think, again, what you're saying is so totally true. In first having to set the mindset, there's a lot of, as a sales and marketing trainer myself, you give people the tips, the techniques, the strategies, the various things. but if they don't have the confidence in themselves to put that into play. Mm-hmm. So how are you helping them with that switch over, with that thought process change?
And I'm not a mindset expert. I will just share that, right? That's not my forte. My forte is marketing. But I will be sharing at the seminar some things to just think about. And really, it's just a belief. It's just a belief in yourself. And it all stems from, are you doing what you're good at? You know, if you don't, if you're going to do something because you heard it makes money and you're not passionate for it, but you want to do it because you heard it makes money, that's not going to work. But if you are doing something that you love, like I love speaking. I just love getting up on stages, throwing t-shirts out to the audience and acting like a buffoon. I just love that. And it's just fun, and I make it a lot of fun. Every day I wake up and I can't wait to get on a stage. It's that thing. But yep. Most people are doing what they have to do to make money. And I try to switch that mindset around, like, I understand that, keep that job, save some money, keep that thing going, but then find what you really are passionate about. And when you find out what your passion is, you will be able to 100% wake up in the morning and do it every day just because you love doing it. Like, I love golf. I wish I could be a PGA professional because I would just play golf every single day. But I'm passionate about it, and I play golf a lot because it makes me happy. And then I go back to work and I work late hours, and speaking makes me happy. So I'm doing two things that really, really make me happy and that I love doing. But the reason why people don't have the right mindset is because they're not doing what they actually love doing. And then there's a lot of people, Scott, you probably know this, a lot of people that are speakers never get paid to speak. In fact, I know some speakers that are pretty well known that never get paid to speak because they've been speaking for free for so long because they do favors for people. So there's a confidence thing there. Are you confident in yourself that you believe that you're worth this much money? And if you, there's so many variables that I'll talk about at seminars. Like, I'll speak for free if they allow me to sell my products and stuff like that. I'll speak for free all day long if they allow me to promote my mastermind or my events or something like that. But for corporations, I get paid, $10,000 to $15,000 for a 1 hour keynote. And there's that world as well. It's just a belief system. And you just got to tell people that you're a paid speaker. It can be that simple. I'm a paid speaker. Yeah, this is what I do for a living. And you got to tell people that you're a speaker.
Well, that's why I start with the word professional. Mm-hmm. I am a professional speaker.
Professional keynote.
That means I get paid to accomplish this task.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. So, no, I totally agree. I did a little soul searching at the end of the year, and very seriously, because it was, it's a little bit of time of a reboot and all that. And it became very evident to me the things that I love to do. And I too, I love being on stage. I love speaking on stage, but there haven't been as many of them. Yeah. So that makes it hard. But what I also love is doing the TV show, and really realize I reckon back to a declaration, quite frankly, I made to God that said, I'm done being a hired gun except for three things: sharing messages of hope and inspiration, teaching and training others to do the same, and building a worldwide community full of respect, honor, and dignity for all.
Yeah.
And man, as soon as I realigned with that, being now that you live in Dallas, although you might not know the geography so well, I mean, I was on 35W with all the things I was doing, but my destiny was on 35E. And the good news is I feel like all of a sudden I hit Denton and we merged.
That's good.
So I totally agree. That's why, again, I'm really excited about the event this weekend, because number one, I love the idea of also serving you and your peeps. Yeah. I mean, I love anybody who's got want to. Mm. The technical things you can teach, or the again, how do you gain confidence? Well, you do this, right? Those things you can teach, but if they don't have want to, you got a problem.
Absolutely.
So I know it's going to be a room full of people with want to.
Yes, absolutely.
What do they want to do coming out of all this?
Yeah. What do my attendees want to do?
Yeah.
I think Most entrepreneurs want to have some freedom in their lives. They want to call the shots themselves. They want to spend more time with family and friends. And that's my focus. I have my kids coming to the event, all three of my boys. My wife is running the event with a friend of mine down the street. We have made this a family event now, which is totally different than I've ever done it before. They've been there before, like in and out, but I'm trying to make this like a family event where, you know, how do you balance work and play, all that stuff. That's a big thing of why we moved to Texas. We were chasing the money in California, like my utility bills. I had a big house in California in a nice area. My utility bills, for gas, water, electricity, all that stuff, $2,300 a month. Wow. What idiot pays $2,300 a month? This guy. And I did it for years. And then we moved to Texas, and our house is a hair smaller, not much, but it's on a golf course. It was $1.3 million less than my other house, and my utilities are $300 a month. So it's a choice that we've made to balance work and play. I'm 60 years old. You know, I don't want to, I work my butt off all the time. But it just doesn't even consider work to me. I just love doing, but now we're not chasing the dollar anymore. We have enough money probably to last us. But we don't have to focus on the money, and the money comes in because I do work hard and I have a great product. But that's what I want to convince people to get to in life. Like, stop living above your means and enjoy life and balance work and play. Have fun. My seminars are totally fun, yet you learn a ton of stuff. But I like to have fun. And I think that's what people are going to walk out of there with. Like, you know what? I'm going to go back to living with passion and learning how to have fun again in my life. And I'll learn some marketing tips along the way.
Well, I think that is actually one of the benefit takeaways from the pandemic is that it has caused people to sit and reevaluate. Like I said, I got quiet myself for a period and really said, you know, if and I refuse to use the P word, the most overused word in 2020 and 2021. I refuse to use that word.
I know.
So I use reinvention.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so if you're going to reinvent, what would you reinvent to? And I think what this time frame has done has caused people to get a little bit introspective and say, I've never understood California. I don't understand the state. I mean, I
don't anymore.
But I don't understand how you can live at the same income with the difference in cost of living. I've never understood it. Right.
I know.
And then, you know, why would you subject yourself to it if you didn't have to?
I know.
And so I thought you made a brilliant decision coming to Dallas.
I did.
I called and congratulated you. I thought that was brilliant.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
But again, I think the one thing the pandemic has really done is given people pause to sit here and go, why would I want to be in traffic for 2 hours going to and from the office? Mm-hmm. Or why would I want to do this or that? None of that makes sense to me.
And we have choices. I mean, we have choices in this life, you know, like I would, you know, looking back, I wish we would have done this 15 years ago, because then my kids would have grown up here. We would have had, we don't need any more friends because the neighborhood I live in, I'm friends with everybody. It's amazing. Like in California, I knew my next door neighbor and that was it, maybe. And then here I know everybody, 10 houses that way, 10 houses that way, 10 houses that way. It is incredible. And they literally bring food to your doorstep when you move into town. I thought that was only on TV, but they do that. So yeah, we have choices. Look, California is beautiful. It's got mountains. It's got the beach. It's got snow. I get that. But you know what? I can go there on a 2 hour and 15-minute flight anytime I want. Go do that. Go skiing. Yeah. Like we just went skiing in Breckenridge from Dallas. It was a 1 hour and 10-minute flight, was it? I forget. No, 1.5 hour flight, 2 hour, 1:45. I flew to Kansas City. It was a 1 hour, 10-minute flight. But 1 hour, 45 minutes, we're in the snow. Just like when we went to Mammoth from California, it was either a 5-hour drive or an hour flight. Same thing. It's the same thing. We just have more choices out here. And yes, the weather's not perfect, but like you just said so eloquently, just wait 10 minutes and the weather will be fine.
It'll change. Well, no, I totally agree with you. And I think, again, the advantage or if there's something good out of the pandemic, there's been a lot of soul searching and people saying, what's really important to me.
Yeah.
And it's funny because somebody else offered me a speaking gig out on the West Coast in June yesterday. And they said, are you game to do it? We'd love to have you out here and pay your fee and do all that, which is all really great. And, you know, and all the accommodations and treat you really well. And I went, well, let me think about that. And it's so funny. I mean, I did 288 talks a year for 6 years. So, I mean, being on the road and yakking, that was what I did, you know, but when you do it, you just do it. But when you stop traveling, you go, what? Well, but that was then. Travel today. I haven't traveled, you know, by air since the pandemic started.
Oh, you have not?
No, I have not. So it's kind of like, I don't know that I want. Well, I did the last March 1st, 2020. I was in Colorado Springs doing a training, got on a plane, flew home. That was it.
Yeah.
But not all the craziness had hit the airports yet.
Right.
I haven't been through the craziness, but I can see it enough on TV that I don't.
You know what? If you fly at the right times, it's not bad. I've flown since the pandemic. I think I've been on like 15 flights and only got COVID once. It's pretty bad, but
you know, let's see, what's that, about a 4.5% close rate?
Yeah, but the thing was, once you get COVID, you know, you're immune. And now I've been to Kansas City Chief football games with 80,000 people twice. The last time I went was like 3 weeks ago. Knock on wood, didn't get it again, you know? So anyway, I just think the world is opening up again. I don't want to talk about COVID, but anyway, yeah.
No. Well, let's get back to the event. No, we need to make sure that people come to the event this weekend.
That's right. Hey, can I put in the chat the name of the conference?
Absolutely.
So it's rockyourlifeconference.com. And it's Thursday. Just type this 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. So it's Thursday. And then Friday 9 to 6, and then Saturday 9 to 6.
Now, so I kind of did a little tease or maybe committed you. It was one of the two. I'm not sure about potentially either some free tickets or at least some massive discounts.
Here's the deal. This is what I believe. It is 2 days before the event. If you are on Scott's show listening to this right now, and you email me at craig@craigduswalt.com. That's my email. I'll give you free tickets. You have to email me today, though. I know, and that's only going to work for, well, today or tomorrow, just before the event. Email me before the event starts. And if you want a free ticket, I'll put you on the registration list. All you have to do is email craig@craigduswalt.com. We're pretty much, because I am doing a little social distancing at the venue. Like, you know, those tables, those classroom tables, Scott, usually we put 3 people at a table. We're doing 2. So it'll be a little bit more spread out than normal. So this room seats like 450 people, and I'm going to have about 170. So it's like pretty open, which is good, you know, for people. You can wear masks if you want. There's no limitations. Do whatever you want. But if you want a free ticket, just email me at that email as soon as you can, and I'll give you a free ticket.
Awesome. Yeah, we want to make sure that there are a lot of people there the appropriate people there. Whoever. Yeah,
I don't want people to say I want a free ticket and then not show up either. Because I bought binders for people, and I can add more binders. But I don't want to do that if you say you're going to come and then don't show up. We don't like that.
Well, but I mean, that's no way to rock your life going forward.
No.
I mean, you know, gaining, you know, shelf help doesn't do anybody any good.
That's right.
Right.
I'm just going to my website now to see who else is speaking. Oh yeah. Nick Lowry. Now, most people don't know who Nick Lowry is. He's a Hall of Fame kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's in the Kansas City Chief Hall of Fame. And he's, but more importantly, he went to Dartmouth, and he does a great keynote, very inspirational keynote. You know him, right, Scott?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, we did the Think and Grow Rich World Tour together.
There you go. Yeah,
great guy.
Jeff Crilly, who I'm sure everybody here in Dallas
in Dallas knows.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's going to talk about public PR, public relations, and podcasting. Michael Butler is my publisher. He does publishing in the Dallas area. Ken Walls, we talked about. He has a hit podcast called Breakthrough Walls. Just interviewed Brian Tracy. Amazing. Larry Broughton, a dear friend of mine who's been in my mastermind, and he's been my mentor as well. He's coming for a totally different reason, which I'm not going to share now. I will share at my event, but it's very sad why he's coming. But we're going to uplift him and the audience. And then, like you said, Dr. Fab Mancini, and Glenn Morshower. Chaz Wilson. Todd Westra is redoing all my funnels. He's going to talk about funnels, affiliate programs, websites. He's an authority builder. I don't know if you've noticed, Scott, like my website is totally revamped. I've revamped everything, and we've only just started. So my next event will have like 500 or 600 people. So
I'm in the midst of that myself, so I get it completely. It's pretty phenomenal when you gain the clarity of the mission.
Yep.
And you really do it. You know, for me, using the TV show as the point of the sword, right? It becomes the tip of the sword and the entire activity that all of a sudden you've got to do some of the other things. But I'm totally right there with you. And I know that you and everybody that'll be speaking, presenting, will be giving some amazing tips, techniques, strategies.
I've never had this good of a lineup.
Actionable steps, right?
Yes.
They're going to be able to take and put things on the street immediately.
Immediately. That was my requirement. Everyone had to give us like, not what to do, like how to do some things, like how to do some. I'm trying to find something. The one thing that I'm really going to focus on is what one topic are you going to own online in the next 12 months?
Nice.
And if we just can do that, right? If we only walked out of my seminar and said, all right, I have one thing to do. And I have all the pieces to do it now because Craig just gave me all the pieces in a nice binder and it's all right there. But all I have to do is figure out how I'm going to own one piece of real estate on the internet, online, in the next 12 months. So mine is going to be marketing, right? It's always been marketing, but marketing, mindset, mastery, all that stuff. But I have like a formula, not a formula, but tips, or a sequence, or I forget the word I'm looking for, but actionable items, an action mindset of how to achieve owning a piece of real estate online in the next 12 months. That is really the main subject of this, because all the other pieces that we'll talk about go towards how are you going to get that one thing where you own that online. And I think, how easy is that, right? I just have to do one thing. I have to own this little piece of real estate on the internet instead of overwhelming people with do this, do this, do this.
And knowing the experts and the presenters that are going to be there. Ken Walls, just as an example, to do a little call out and shout out for him, is just an absolutely phenomenal podcasting expert.
Oh yeah.
He's the best. He's my go-to that I go to learn what I can learn.
Yeah. So, I'm in his Go Live mastermind.
Go Live Academy. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, there's an example why you should be there. You email Craig right now, Craig@CraigDuswalt.com for free tickets. You've got time. Go do this.
Yeah.
Make this thing happen. We need to see you there because it's going to be a blast.
And regular price, if they go to my website, if they go to rockyourlifeconference.com, It's literally $677 for a general admission ticket, $777. I like the number 7 for a VIP ticket, and you're getting in for free. I mean, sometimes you get presented with an opportunity, and sometimes you just got to say, you know what? I was on this call today, or I listened to this interview later today, and I said, why did I do this? Why did I listen today? And then you have an opportunity. Just, if you're going golfing, I said, like, my friends are going golfing on Saturday, they canceled because they're coming to the event. Well, just one day.
Exactly. Strong believer. There's only 2 answers in life: hell yes and hell no. And this is a hell yes. So we will see you at Rock Your Life. Hard to believe that we're through our time. Appreciate it. I'll make sure that we get this out. Rod, I know you got some prep to do.
I do.
You're going to go face down and play 18 holes thinking of this?
No,
no. I'm just kidding.
Not today.
Not today. So
thank you, Scott. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, thanks for being here. I look forward to seeing you. And all of you, thanks for joining us here on Scott Schilling Speaks. We'll see you again at the next event. God bless.